Well, hello, everybody. It's Teepa.
Alejandro?
Yeah, and we are still in Santiago, Chile, but on our way back to the States. So, Matthew asked us to think about what was our biggest takeaway from our time in Chile working with the Foundation of the Roses.
Fundación Las Rosas.
See, and what did we find out or learn about being with them?
I would say community kept coming up for me. And I think community in a sense of a work community that was very closely tied to a faith community and also tied to a larger community. The event on Wednesday with Teepa not only drew professionals, but also people who are family members and a few people who don't have any experience living with dementia yet that were also excited. And I think that's all due to the foundation really supporting really an entire community and really, in a sense, the whole country because they are spread across the country as well with their efforts.
Yeah, they have like 26 homes across Chile, and Chile is very long. I mean, super long. And so they had people come in from all of their communities essentially to Santiago. And I would add, they brought in top-notch, state-of-the-art psychiatry support, medical support, but it was very clear the purpose of the day was care support, hands-on care, practical ways, nursing, OT. It was super fun. My greatest takeaway is there's a lot of young people out there who were super excited to see some older lady who has experience in occupational therapy from America. And I think takeaway was I had more pictures and videos here. And I've had lots of pictures and videos, but
Yeah,
I
this
have
was this was
never.
an incredible amount of people really excited to see an OT in action out there.
And it's Teo here. So
Yeah.
Teo, therapist occupational, I guess.
Mhm.
But I would also say, as Alejandro said, the foundation does amazing things with almost nothing. They are totally dependent on donations. They take old houses initially, and from them, they build. I mean, they have a house that houses 60 people, 70 people, 55 people. They have, I mean, it's just remarkable.
They
I
also
mean,
had an incredible amount of volunteers at
yeah,
every place we visited. I mean, they had school children in, they had high school folks in, they had folks from
college.
universities, they
Yeah,
had just community members coming
yeah.
in. So really an incredible amount of support from the community. Um, and I can't remember which doctor spoke before Utipa, but one of the takeaways was less is more in relation
Right.
to medication. And I would say they're doing more with less. I would flip
Yeah.
it for Fundación.
Yeah, they are. They are doing a lot
Yeah.
more with less. And I think the desire to engage with people, make a difference with people, and they are caring for basically almost homeless people frequently. Some people have something, but not much. It's what we would call a Medicaid model, and yet the ratio of helpers is like 6 to 1 during meal times and during activities. And they were doing things like we I joined in making egg salad sandwiches. And we certainly danced and we played balloon volleyball, and we were busy moving and greeting and really connecting. So takeaway wise, Chile is, as a country, uniting around the idea that we've got to organize and do things with dementia. We got a chance to meet a woman whose husband had dementia. He was a journalist and stayed a journalist through a good portion of his dementia, speaking out, speaking up, and they did a absolute award-winning documentary on his journey on life with dementia. And
Paulina,
Paulina, yeah, Paulina is her first name, and we'll share the link for that documentary because it has won awards, Sundance awards, etc. And for me, like her enthusiasm, her excitement, her energy, combined with that of Las Rosas, and combined with what we can bring to the table, we really did find we can make a difference. So very exciting. We are getting ready to head back home, but till the next time we get down this way, they are already sort of thinking of what can they, and how can we move forward. So, Alejandro, anything in closing?
Muchas gracias a la gente de Chile, muchas gracias a Fundación Las Rosas y muchísimas gracias a Teepa por el esfuerzo. Thank you to Teepa for the journey and the work. And thank you to all of you guys supporting everyone.
And thank you to Alejandro for taking my words and translating them into Spanish, and for taking their words and translating them into English. Talk about a heavy lift. De nada. No, that's what he should say. Adios.
Ciao, ciao.